Hi, welcome to Nonnashere. I'm Nonna. If you've been here before, welcome back. If this is your first time visiting, welcome. I hope you'll consider hitting that subscribe button. It's free. At the end of the video, if you like my crafting, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up. Today, I'm very excited because I am joining Tiffany from Broke Girl Aesthetic and her co-host, Leah from Junkernecker. I will list both of their channel links down below. They are hosting this open invite for Funtime Friday. And the theme is show a craft that you're having fun doing. So I have 2 crafts to share with you. I encourage you to watch the playlist of the other crafters who are sharing the crafts that they're having fun doing. I will list the playlist down below also. So I appreciate and thank both Tiffany from Broke Girl Aesthetic and Leah from Junkernecker for allowing me to join in Funtime Friday. Enough chatting. Let me get into my crafting clothes, get over to my crafting table, and let's get started. DIY number 1. DIYs to share with you. The first one is I'm going to use this lovely oblong tin bucket that says Fleurs and Jardin, which means flowers and garden. Everything I'm going to use today, I got at Dollar Tree. So I want to make this into a bucket of posies. And if you've been watching my videos before, you know I'm very much into purple right now. So I got some lovely flowers at Dollar Tree that I'm going to use for my bucket of posies. I also got some butterflies that are stickers. I have lots of ribbon, but I always have more than what I need, so I don't know which ribbons I'm going to use. I have some floral foam, and I have a lot of tools. The first of which that I'm going to use is this tool, which is called an awl, A-W-L. Now, I love the buckets that they have at Dollar Tree. Some of them are round, small, some of them are rounded and big, and they have handles on either end. However, today I'm using this oblong one, and it does not have a handle. So I have measured down 1 inch on each side. Each side has a seam, and I've put a magic marker dot, and I have to make a hole in order to put my hanger. I'm going to use this wired jute cord for the hanger. So here's the plan. First, I'm going to use the awl and a hammer to make the holes. Then I'm going to put the wired jute cord through the holes to make the hanger. I'm going to do that before I start to put anything in the bucket, because unlike the other bucket that I made, I waited until the end after I had put in everything, and then I had a really hard time getting the jute cord in the holes. Not going to make that mistake again, okay? I've done a couple buckets of posies before using a lot of different kinds of flowers, daffodils and tulips, but I've given all of those away as gifts. So today I'm using these purple flowers for me. I'm keeping these. Now, I'm sure you see that I have 2 cans of soup and a bottle of chalk paint. The reason for that is I've got to stand this up so that so it doesn't roll, so I can use the awl to make the hole. That's why I have the cans of soup and the bottle of plaster. So I'm going to stand up and try and make a hole on either end of the bucket. All right, there's the second hole. Now, let me give you a few hints. The first hole, fortunately, along this seam, if you look inside, along one side of the seam, it's double. Fortunately, I picked the side that's only single. When I went to do the second side, my black magic marker was along the side of where the seam was double. But I moved it over to the single side, so I wasn't trying to pound through the seam side where it was double. Also, for the second side, it was much easier. I put the oblong tin between my legs and pounded, and it went right through. So there are my two hints. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of the soup cans and the hammer and the bottle of plaster paint and the awl, and I'm going to go ahead and put the jute cord through to make my handle, and I'll show you what that looks like when I get done. All right, so I decided this would be about a good length for a hanger. So I'm going to I cut my jute cord off. I'm gonna take it, oh, come on, don't do that to me. It unravels. I'm gonna take it and put it through the hole from the outside in. Then I'm gonna pull it through and make a knot on the inside, just like I did on the other side. A pretty big knot. This stuff is kind of hard to manipulate. It's pretty stiff. Okay, so I've got a pretty good sized knot in it. I'm gonna pull it through like that. So I got a knot there and I got a knot on the other end. Now I'm going to take my glue gun and I'm gonna put a big glob of hot glue there so it doesn't pull through. I don't think it would anyway, but I just want to make real sure. A big glob of hot glue on that end and a big glob of hot glue on the other end where the knot is, because I don't want the knot to pull through. Come on. All right, so 2 big globs of hot glue on the knots so they won't pull through. Wonderful. Now I've got my foam, floral foam, and I'm gonna stick this one in. It just about fits in there perfectly. And I'm going to take my other floral foam that I have in pieces, and I'm gonna slice it up and do the jigsaw trick and fill in around that one piece of floral foam. I'm not even gonna take it out of the packaging because I can still use this bucket and decide to put different flowers in it if I decide to, or use the floral foam another way. So I'm gonna slice this up and I'll show you my jigsaw puzzle in a minute. All right, so this is what my jigsaw puzzle looks like of floral foam. I've cut up some of my flowers. These are called asters, which I got at Dollar Tree. And I'm ready to start sticking them in. I also have these Crafter's Square butterflies. that I got. They're stickers, and here they are. I got 4 in a pack, and they're like 3D. You can pull them apart. And so I'm gonna use 1 or 2 of those, see how they fit in, maybe. And then I have some ribbon that I may make a bow at the top. So I'm ready to start putting my flowers in, my styrofoam, and making my bucket of posies. My bucket of posies is finished. There's the bow I put at the top, just a very simple bow with my hanger, my butterfly on the bucket. And I like to go around and pull out the green leaves to give it some color. I always turn my projects around to see that they're pretty at all sides. Pulling out the green leaves to give it some extra oomph. There it is. So stay tuned for DIY number 2. DIY number 2. All right, here's the plan for DIY number 2. I found these wreath rings in 3 sizes, 7 and 8/10 inch, 9 and 8/10 inch, and 13 and 7/10 inch. And I think I found these, I don't know whether I found these at Walmart or at Michael's. It says Floral Craft Simple Style. I don't know who makes those, and it doesn't give me a hint on the back. Ludington, Michigan, made in China. I don't know. But I am going to use the middle ring, which is 9 and 8/10 inch. And here's the plan. I'm going to try and cut it so I can put beads around the top part and then flowers around the bottom part. I have to paint my beads, and I'm going to use my purple Dollar Tree acrylic paint. And then I have a lot of real pretty lilac and wildflower flowers from Dollar Tree. And I'm gonna use those. And I have some eucalyptus garland that I got Mainstays. That's at Walmart. And I have some lamb's ear that I got at Walmart. And I have some garland that I got at Dollar Tree. So I don't know what all I'm going to use, because I always have more than what I need. So the first thing I'm going to do is paint the beads so that they can dry. Then I'm going to cut my wreath, and then I'm going to start to put flowers along the bottom and beads around the top. And I'll use the same ribbon that I used on my bucket of posies to make a small bow. So that's where I'm at. So first I wired on some of the eucalyptus from the garland, and now I'm going to work my way up, wiring on more eucalyptus and some of the lilac blossoms, and mixing in some of the little wildflower blossoms. Okay, I'm using the floral wire from Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree? No, again, this is from Floral Court. So it may be from Walmart or Michael's. I finished the flowers along the bottom. They look real pretty. I'm going to take this pretty butterfly, which has yellow, which the flowers have yellow on the inside, some of them, and purple down the center. And I'm gonna put that in the center right here of the flowers. I have taken the wreath and cut it. The way I cut it is, this is Grumpy Grandpa's tool. It has a cutter right here in the middle, and I put it on the wreath and I just keep making a groove with it, going around and around and around until I make a groove. Then I take the hammer on a piece of wood and I hammer it, and it eventually breaks through. So now I'm ready to put the beads on. My purple beads that I painted have come out really nicely, so they're all painted. And I also have some green and purple smaller beads that I got at Walmart in a big can of beads, all different sizes and colors. So I'm gonna put some green and purple beads, little beads, on with the big beads. So I'm gonna start to string the beads. Well, put the beads on the wreath and see how it goes. I don't know how far down they're gonna go on either side, so we'll just see. I had laid it out in a pattern, but now I forgot what it was. All right, so I'm gluing where it was broken apart to the big two purple ones together so it'll hold. All right, so I got those two to hold. And then, now I'm gonna see if I kind of have it right. Look at that. Look at that. There it is. And it's even. Oh, sometimes it's just better to be lucky than smart. All right, so now I'm going to put a little glue here at this end and a little glue there so the beads don't slip down. And then I'm going to put my butterfly on. And then I'm going to put a hanger on. Can you believe that? All right, hold on. I can't believe it. It came out right. My little pattern came out right. I can't believe it. And it glued together right there. Okay, so now I'm going to put glue on these end ones, just a dab, so that the beads don't slip around. Just a dab will do ya. All right, let that dry. And then a dab on the other end one. one. Just a little dab. Come on. What happened? Something happened. This one came down too. Or the chipmunk in the back. I'm still talking to myself. So excited the beads came out even on either side. And I'm just gluing the ends so the beads won't slip around. And then I'm going to glue the butterfly on the bottom between the flowers. So that's all I'm doing. And then I'm going to show you the end result, and stay tuned for the final reveal.
Come on, be pretty. Come on, be pretty. There we go. That's good. Strings off. There we go. Look at that. And now, I'm just going to put a little hanger. I'm not going to do a big bow. I'm just going to do a little hanger. Stay tuned for the final reveal.
All right, so here is my bucket of Posies, purple asters with my butterfly. I think it came out really cute, really pretty. I'm very pleased with it. What do you all think? And here is my bead and lilac and wildflower wreath with the butterfly. Very happy with both of them. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. Remember to like, comment, and share. Thanks so much for visiting me today.